It's Tuesday, March 21st. This is a pre-market SPY report, about 15 minutes to go before the open. We seem to be gapping up today. You can see the pre-market range is way above these two inside bars that formed over the last 2 days. We're opening up right near the high of our weekly trigger. If you look at the weekly chart here, we have a 3 bar, a 2 down, and then if we get that 2 up above the high of that bar, that kind of triggers a reversal signal that can head back to the top of the broadening formation. If you look at it on the daily chart and kind of look at that megaphone kind of look, this could be the start of a move all the way back up here. Again, we're opening up kind of near the highs of the pre-market range. You can see that. The only thing is we have that Federal Reserve announcement tomorrow, and that obviously can just throw things completely off. But for now, we'll just stick with the price action that is going to gap up and likely trigger the weekly signal. Typically, when I see a big gap up, let's look at the daily chart out of here. I don't like to, that first green move, it kind of, you have a chance of a little pullback into the gap before it heads higher. So ideally, you'd like some kind of, red to green move to start the session. But until we get really fail, these two bars now become an inside range. We're breaking out of it until we really can see we're getting below the halfway point. Let's call it the pre-market lows and the halfway point of that range. I'm not going to look for a failure of that range yet, but that would signify it. If somehow we come all the way down and take out those lows and get to, then we could be starting back down again. On the monthly chart, if this day really continues higher, we might be turning that monthly chart back to green. We're kind of running out of time now for that 2 down month to reach that area. But again, that could all change in one day tomorrow if there's some announcement the market doesn't like. We gap strongly down. At that point, we're back into the mode of the downtrend towards those targets, and the weekly chart really maybe giving a false signal here. Again, I want to see how much we really follow through to the upside on this initial weekly signal. As long as we kind of hold up there, then even if we have a little bit of a pause after that, we still could be heading up in the weeks ahead. So anyway, that's what it all comes down to today. Gap up. I would prefer a red to green kind of move to enter the trade, but if it starts out green right out of the gates, you got to go with it and just see if we get some momentum. We have some pivots here, targets. I don't know how much strength you're going to get prior to a Fed announcement, all day long, but price action is price action. We'll find out. And finally, yesterday, I didn't do a recap, but at the time I shot some video showing there was, you could see here, we opened up above the midpoint of the prior day and we kind of started up. So you tried a long trade, but we never really triggered that daily signal. We got up there, most of the morning for us, and then eventually pulled back, kind of held the midway point of the first day, never really turned the day red, and then tried another attempt up, but didn't get anywhere. And we ended up with like 2 inside days. So that's why that could be a powerful breakout. You're starting to kind of converge here and build up energy. So this breakout could be powerful. Who knows? We'll find out. But clearly starting to the upside today and possibly triggering the weekly reversal back up as well.